Legend of the Rainbow Warriors by Stephen McFadden is a spiritual and ecological exploration that blends prophecy, indigenous wisdom, and environmental activism. Drawing on Native American legends, particularly the Rainbow Warrior prophecy attributed to the Hopi, Cree, and other tribal traditions, McFadden presents a narrative that calls people across cultures to rise as warriors of the rainbow, not in violence, but in healing, truth, and ecological stewardship. The Findhorn Garden, pioneering a new vision of man and nature in cooperation, 1975, is a landmark work co-created by the Findhorn community, a spiritual and ecological collective based in northern Scotland. The book documents the early years of the Findhorn experiment, presenting a compelling blend of personal testimony, spiritual insights, and ecological breakthroughs. The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. Summary. Khalil Gibran's The Prophet is a poetic philosophical work that presents timeless reflections on life's essential themes. First published in 1923, the book is composed of 26 prose poetic essays delivered by a fictional prophet named Al-Mustafa, who shares his wisdom with the people of Orphalese before departing for his homeland. Work. Work is love made visible. It gives life purpose and dignity, joy and sorrow. They are inseparable. Sorrow carves the depth that joy can fill. Freedom. True freedom arises not from rejecting obligations, but from embracing them with understanding. Self-knowledge. To know the self is to look into your heart and understand both light and shadow. Philosophical outlook. Gibran's tone is mystical and spiritual, blending Christian, Sufi, and Eastern philosophies. He emphasizes unity, inner growth, and compassionate detachment. His language is poetic, metaphorical, and symbolic, inviting the reader into a reflective, meditative state. The Prophet remains one of the most translated and best-selling books of the 20th century because of its universal wisdom and emotional depth. It appeals to readers across cultures, offering comfort and insight in life's most profound moments. Animals Speak. The Spiritual and Magical Powers of Creatures, Great and Small, by Ted Andrews, is a metaphysical guide that explores the symbolic and spiritual meanings of animals in human life. It combines elements of Native American spirituality, shamanism, and personal intuition to help readers interpret messages from animals, whether they appear in dreams, visions, or real life. Andrews explains that animals can serve as totems or spirit guides, each carrying specific energies, lessons, and messages. These beings can appear to offer protection, guidance, or healing, depending on their symbolic attributes. The book offers practical techniques to identify personal animal totems and interpret animal appearances in daily life, dreams, or meditations. Andrews encourages awareness and reflection on the timing and behavior of animals to derive meaning, symbolism, and cultural lore. The book draws heavily on Native American traditions, as well as Celtic and other global cultures, to explain how different societies have revered animals. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert T. Kiyosaki is a personal finance classic that contrasts two perspectives on money, investing, and wealth building. The book is written in a semi-autobiographical style and draws on the author's childhood experiences with two father figures: Rich Dad, his best friend's father, a savvy investor and entrepreneur; Poor Dad, his biological father, a well-educated man who struggles financially despite a stable government job. The wealthy think differently about money. They focus on assets, financial education, and entrepreneurship, while the poor and middle class focus on income, job security, and saving. Key lessons from the book. The rich don't work for money. Instead of working for a paycheck, the rich make money work for them through investments and passive income. Financial literacy is essential. Understand basic financial principles, assets versus liabilities, cash flow, and investing. Buy assets, not liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket, e.g., real estate, stocks. Liabilities take money out, e.g., loans, luxury items. Build and invest in income-generating businesses or assets outside of your regular job.